Mile, you fucks. How's everyone doing? Just lovely. Lovely. Oh, yeah. So I'm out doing my thing, making my money the best I can. People think what I do, a lot of people think that scrapping is easy. It's not. You have to use a brain to make more money. If I had the proper tools, I could make even more money when you break the shit down. That's not the point of this video, but that just popped in my head just now. But scrapping is not easy. It's not for everyone. People think it's easy. Oh, I'll just drive around, pick up garbage. And for me, it is. I enjoy it. It's a lot of work. You lift a lot of heavy stuff. And you constantly move the scrap from your vehicle to where you got to store it and then back. And it's a lot of moving heavy stuff. Okay, but what I wanted to talk about was April 8th. I never have all the exact details, so that pisses me off. I forgot the type of eclipse that it's called. Lunar. It's probably lunar. I don't think it's a solar eclipse. I think it's lunar because it's every 7 years or something. Could be wrong. Correct me in the comments. The two fans that I got. But anyways, there's many, I don't know, I feel like there's many possibilities and scenarios that can play out. Right now, people are noticing FEMA and Homeland Security and shit like that coming to their areas. What else are people noticing? Well, the fact that they posted about the schools being closed. Some say they're gonna be closed because it gets dark, but it's 5 fucking minutes, not a whole fucking day. See, people were like, well, that makes sense. It's gonna get dark, so yeah, I could see why they would cancel it. I thought the full eclipse is only gonna last 5 minutes, or maybe a little bit more, not hours. So that debunks your reasoning on that. What else does it say? I zone out because I'm driving. And how the news clip or article or whatever it was mentioning stocking up on food and stuff. Why would we need to stock up on food and supplies and all of that stuff for a one-day solar eclipse? See, well, I already know they're not going to be, your government will never straight up tell you what's going on because these people are in on it. They're the ones making our life shitty. But obviously, for those of you that believe they care, you don't find it funny that they're telling us to do that? People were talking about in their mail, or they would get a flyer or a leaflet talking about the FEMA and Homeland Security stuff. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mentioned like you got to be prepared for a fucking apocalypse, or like fucking Fallout. Isn't that convenient? Fallout is coming out, and we need to be prepared for some dumb shit happening. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I love that game, Fallout, and the series looks like it's gonna be good. It has a good actor in it. So April 8th. Oh, you know, some people, I mean, there is a lot of signs pointing to it, which is very odd. But where The X's where the middle meets of the eclipse from 7 years ago and the one that's coming now is on Rapture, Indiana. The old one went through 7 towns of Salem, and this new one's going through 7 towns of Nineveh. I can't pronounce that word correctly. That right there is odd as fuck. Those towns were purposely named that. It all lines up, that's all I'm saying. And then it lines up biblically with the sign of Jonah. So basically God warned us, and now because he warned us, something's going to happen bad. It could have been us, or it could have meant for the fallen angels. I think it's more for the fallen angels, because they would understand that better than us. They're smart, put it this way. They were the beginning. Lucifer and all the fallen angels know way more than us. I ramble on, but hopefully you can connect the dots. So anyway, there's a lot of biblical stuff lining up. And then people talk about how the rapture is not mentioned in the Bible. I can't say that for a fact because I haven't done enough research, but it makes sense to me because I think there's going to be a fake rapture possibly that day or someday soon, because so many people think that Jesus is coming really soon. Yeah, that could be true, but I don't think it's as soon as they think, because people, you wonder why people, there's so many reasons for why people think Christians or Catholics or people who believe as we do look bad. Because for one, in the Bible, it says that you won't know the time or day. No one will know. It doesn't matter if there's billions of people. If God says no one will know, no one will fucking know. Sorry for the swearing, but no one will fucking know. So right there, that if so many people are talking about that day, that sounds like a lot of people know, not no one will know. So right there, that debunks that. But then again, that's just my thought on it. I could be totally wrong. So I think they're going to use the fact that people think there's a fake, or they think a rapture is coming. So they're going to have the Antichrist, the false Christ, come down. But I think before he comes down, they're going to have the Project Bluebeam, the fake alien shit. Because they've already been pushing the alien agenda, and enough people believe about it. I even used to believe it. But I understand that those are fallen angels and demons. I don't care who laughs at me. That's how I believe. Because there's no proof of aliens. Only what you think is proof. Did any of them talk to you and say, hey, I'm an alien? So I think that could happen. 1 second, people. I gotta get some scrap. Okay, I mentioned the alien thing. I'll be right back. Well, that was just one of those chairs that you fold out when you go fishing. So the alien thing, I think that's going to be combined with the whole fake rapture and stuff like that. That's my opinion, though. That's just my perspective, or whatever you would call that crap. Plus, on top of all of it, you have an insane amount of immigrants, illegal aliens, whatever you call them, coming into our country. Like, I love all people, but, and I used to think it was good for them to come too, but you have to dig deeper. Like, you got to understand that all those people will end up having more rights than us. Like, what about us, people? They're purposely trying to make something happen in America. Oh, those clouds are crazy right now. They're trying to collapse everything, or whatever you call it, you know. Technically, we already live in the New World Order, but they want a one world order, a one government, a one religion. They're trying to usher that in. So when you connect all the dots, you'll get it. Look into it. Yeah, and then they're bribing people, just like they did with the jab. They're bribing people that if you let immigrants come and stay with you and live with you, they'll give you $500. Fucking $500. That's how, like, that's jack shit. And for another thing is, you got all these immigrants that know, they're even promoting it. Hey, if you move in somewhere, you can take over the home. You know, squatters' rights and all of that crap. Like, people are dying over that and losing their homes and property. And you have a large majority of them that are, like, you know, from prison, and just their way of thinking and survival is more aggressive. And then you have some that will become more aggressive because they're just trying to survive, or they're straight up evil. Obviously, I'm going to miss some details because I don't take notes. I take notes within my brain and try to remember it all. So you have all those things I mentioned, and I'm sure there's other things, other possibilities. Oh, here's another one. It could be mixed with all those things I just said, or it could just be its own thing. They're going to most likely spray us, especially the people that are closer to the eclipse, with some type of fake virus poison. Hold on, keep that in mind. So since it will be all dark, and a lot of people will be rushing to where the eclipse is the best to see visually, it'll be dark and they can spray us. I mean, they're already spraying us with the chemtrails and the heavy metals and crap, but they'll do something else, and it's going to make a lot of people get sick. Then they're going to start mentioning a new version of COVID or some shit. And because you're getting sick from their poison, you're going to believe them and then take their shots or whatever they offer up. And a lot of you will, out of fear. Do you realize if the majority of us said fuck you, more people would say fuck you? But because more people are too afraid to speak up, I don't want no issues. What do you mean you don't want no issues? They're gonna make you sick or die or put you in a fucking FEMA camp. And you people go to the camps thinking you're being saved when you're gonna be a prisoner. Like, it's really gonna, if it happens, it could be like a version of Fallout. The game, for those people who played it, they put the truth in plain sight. But they put it in cartoons and movies and video games, so you just think it's cool and whatever. And it is a badass game, but in real life it would suck. Especially when you gotta constantly be, it would be like Naked and Afraid every day. You wouldn't have to be naked, but every day is survival. You'd be fucked if you don't try to eat every day or stay warm or whatever. Especially if they spray poison or some shit. I gotta pee so fucking bad. I hope none of this happens. I hope I'm wrong. You can laugh at me, that's fine. I'd rather us all be safe and happy. But the way the world is not normal, people. It's shitty. They're trying to take more and more of our rights. The more laws, the less rights and freedom you have. It works for them or for evil. That's why it says in the Bible, good would become bad and bad would become good. If you can't see that, you're delusional as fuck. There was a time where I thought all of this was, it's weird because I always believed in the God, even though I had my very strong hatred towards, I don't know, I still do. I hate religion. But people don't realize Jesus and God is not religion. That's totally separate. That was created by groups of people. You don't need, I don't believe you got to call yourself a Christian to be one with God or Jesus. It just doesn't make sense. I've never seen anywhere in the Bible where Jesus said you need to create a religion or follow the religion Christianity if you want to go to heaven. See, that's where a lot of people make those religions look bad. You're saying things as if they're facts and you don't even know. Even everything I'm saying, even if it was a fact, I still don't know that it's a fact. I'd be a liar if I said that. I think there's strong possibilities, but I can't say they're facts. And then you got people say, it doesn't matter, truth is truth. That is true, but who's to say what is true or not? We can guess what is true, but there's times where you say stuff that you call truth, but you don't know it for a fact. I gotta pee so bad. Maybe I'll take the phone with me. I'm gonna park over here on the side. Okay. I'm parked behind a building, gonna go in the woods and pee. Because if I don't, my bladder's gonna be fucked. Yeah. I try to make that point with, I'm talking into the phone like I'm calling somebody. I've tried to make this point with people and they just get so confused or mad at me. But truth is truth, Dave. I get that. But just because you call it truth or I do doesn't mean we're right all the time either. It's no different than saying like, it's a fact. There's a lot of things that we all believe to be fact, but aren't fact. We all are wrong sometimes, whether we know it or not. So April 8th. Oh, here's another thing to add to the list. I'm actually doing good. I'm getting most of my thoughts out. It might not happen on our present calendars because our calendars are wrong. The ones running this world have the real calendars that they go by. What we're calling April 8th isn't the real April 8th. So I would have to do the research to find out what the real calendar is today and then align it. So when April 8th comes, maybe nothing happens or just, you know, they always put some stupid shit in the news, you know, like a shooting to try to scare people to take their guns, and like they have right now, the bridge thing that was obviously planned or something. Metal bends, it doesn't just come apart and fall that easy, even if a freighter hits it. And the P. Diddy thing right now are distractions at the end of March right now, March 25th, I don't know. And distractions. Oh, my mind's going blank. Fuck. Oh, the calendars. I'm almost done. So pay attention to the calendars, people. It might end up happening weeks or months later. I would have to discover that. Maybe I can put it under this video if I figure it out, or one of you guys can say something. The real calendar is 13 months. Every month is 28 days. So we would have to align it and go by that to get the real new year is supposed to be on April 8th. It's in March, or it's when spring begins, not winter. January 1st is not New Year. That's the dumbest shit ever. Hey, right when everything's the shittiest and it's all cold and everything's dead, that's a new year. Nope. And holidays are all bad. That's why they're called holly days, you know, like Hollywood. The real days of the Lord, Jesus Christ, not Yeshua or Yahweh, the fucking devil, that you people are fooled by. Jesus is the only name that has power, and the most hated person, and the only one they attack is Jesus, people. They don't attack all the other names. So think about that. So that's my April 8th predictions and what might happen either on this false April 8th or the real one. Love you. Have a good day. Smile.